Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are looking at how your hard work is paying off. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, that is not me. I also want to mention if you're ever interested in any of the decks that I use in my readings, those are also listed below in the description box. Okay. How your hard work is paying off. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have Serendipity, it's number 18, and you also have the orange Calcite. Pile number 2, you have Mending with the ocean Jasper, and this is number 52. Pile number 3, you have Come to the Edge with number 36, and you have the banded Amethyst. Please take as long as you need to choose your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the orange Calcite, and your card is Serendipity with number 18. Okay, the energy I get from this card is that you've been working on something for quite some time now. You've been putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, that kind of thing. And I feel that it's going to take off for you. Okay, I feel like you're getting your lucky break, a chance opportunity appears. I feel like you're getting noticed. You are getting noticed, a product is getting noticed, your talent, your skill, your personality, something like that that you've been working on is getting noticed. So it could be you trying to get that perfect job. It could be you trying to break into a new industry. It could be that you have some sort of talent and you're trying to get noticed for that talent. Maybe you started your own business or side hustle and you've been working, trying to get noticed, trying to get clients, and it's finally happening. Okay, it's finally happening for you. And I feel like things are going to take off for you. Okay, so it's, for some of you, I feel like you've been going along and there's nothing, and then it hits. And it's like all of a sudden people start, recognizing your name, there's word of mouth, or, you're getting hired by the right employer, or you're attracting the right employees if you own your own business. Whatever it is, things are starting to come together, and it's going to be such a sigh of relief. It's like, oh, finally, finally, right? It's finally here. And so I feel some of you will feel like, oh no, I'm not ready for this yet. Others of you are like, oh no, I'm ready. I've been ready for 5 months, But some of you, I feel you're going to have like a little bit of fear, or maybe a lot of fear, where you might want to kind of backtrack when this happens, where you're like, oh, I'm not ready for this yet. But Spirit says just go with it, because it's going to work out for you. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to get the hang of things. You're going to handle everything beautifully. And even more things are going to fall into place for you. Okay, so I feel like your goals, your dreams, those are starting to take shape. Okay. And I also feel with all of this greenery down here that throughout whole card, but down here I'm seeing all this growth with the greenery, and I'm feeling like if finances have been an issue for you, your finances are going to start to increase as well. Okay, let's look at your other cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? How is pile number 1's hard work paying off? Okay. Ooh, I love this. So beyond fear. Remember what I was saying that okay, it seems like an opportunity is going to be presenting itself. Some of you are going to have a little bit of fear about that, and others of you are going to have a lot of fear about that, okay? What Spirit is saying is go beyond your fear, take that leap of faith, because it's going to take you to great places. And I feel like there is a little bit of mystery with something that's going on with your situation here. And that mystery could be a couple different things. So it could be that you have this great idea. You said, you know what, I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to make it happen. But there was this sense of mystery because you didn't know if it was actually going to happen. Or maybe you decided to, you know, quit your job and look for a new job. In that sense, there's a sense of mystery because you don't know exactly where you're going to get hired. You don't know exactly when, right? You don't know how things are going to fall into place. And so I'm seeing a couple of things with beyond fear. I'm seeing number 1, that some of you kind of took a leap of faith despite that fear that you had. And you said, you know what, I'm going to take this leap of faith. I'm going to, you know, put in all this hard work. I'm so dedicated to whatever this is that I want to do. I'm just going to go for it. Okay. And then others of you, what I'm seeing with this Beyond Fear card is when this opportunity presents itself, don't be afraid to say yes, because you're going to love where it takes you. Okay. What else? Ooh, I love this for you. So this is future, okay? And also another thing that's really catching my eye is that it's in number 4, which is the Emperor card in the traditional tarot deck. So you are creating your future. You have the power to create your future. And I feel what a lot of you have done is you had a plan, you had a vision. I feel that you followed your heart. You followed your intuition, your gut instincts, you pursued something. It's hard work went into this, okay? I mean, I'm really feeling like blood, sweat, and tears went into something, a project, an idea, and you put so much effort into it, okay? And you might be wondering, is this gonna pay off? You know, like, is there gonna be some reward at the end of the tunnel? Yes. Yes, absolutely. And again, look here how there's like a little bit of mystery in this card. So I feel for some of you that mystery is exactly what I just said. Is this going to pay off? Am I going to, you know, get somewhere with this? Is there going to be a reward? Absolutely. And I feel that for a lot of you, I feel that you were doing something like you were just being called to do something, like you couldn't stop thinking about something. You had to do this. You had to take this risk, and that risk is going to pay off for you. Okay. What else? Oh. What else? I feel like these 2 cards want to come out, even though I didn't shuffle yet, but they kind of fell out. So let's just take these and see what happens. Okay. So we have Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Yes. And look at all these flying cards that you have. You have the dragonfly, this card is flying, and look at, you have that green again. You know, I'm hearing good luck. Again, I'm hearing synchronicities, things falling into place for you. Something's literally flying into your life, like almost landing in your lap. And then here, this flying card. So I feel like this leap of faith that you took is going to pay off. Spirit is saying, stay strong, stay connected to spirit, keep, you know, watching for those signs, and, you know, everything's going to pay off for you. Everything's starting to come together. And number 8 might be significant for some of you. because you have 18 here and you have 8 here, and the number 8 is just really like flashing in my mind. So it could be something happening in August for you. It could be something happening in 8 days. For some of you, it could be 8 weeks. It could be a little bit, not too far off, but things could come together in about 8 weeks for you. So yeah, just pay attention to that number because it might mean something. Oh, wow. We have patience. It says, slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. I feel like your patience is paying off. That's what I feel. Yeah, I do. And now number 6 is catching my attention because 24 is 6, obviously, right? And then you have 36 here. So maybe something within 6 to 8 days, 6 to 8 weeks is going to happen for you. Or it could be that you've been working on something for 6 to 8 months, 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, maybe you just had this idea, this idea 6 to 8 days ago, and then this reading popped up and you're wondering, if I put in all this effort into this idea that I have, is it going to pay off? Yes, it is. But patience is the key, okay? Because with serendipity, this is telling me that everything is going to happen at the perfect time, okay? So that requires patience because although, a lot of us want to hurry and speed things up when we're excited about the future, or we want to get the ball rolling on something. We want to see that success right away, right? But a lot of times, most of the time, you can't rush that. It's all going to happen at the right time, the right place. You're going to be in everything's going to fall into line for you, okay? So just remember to have patience, okay? Things are literally on their way into your life as we speak. Okay, now let's look at your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? How is pile number 1's hard work paying off? The 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so first of all, you're going to be rewarded for all the hard work you've put into something. Let me set these cards over here. You're absolutely going to be rewarded. Okay, look at these ice cream cones. Look how big they are. Okay, so you're going to have a sweet victory at the end. I feel like this journey you've been on has not been without some difficulties, some bumps in the road, and that's all they were. Difficulties, bumps in the road. You're going to get there. Everything's going to balance out. And again, remember when I mentioned money? Okay, money will be balancing out for you. So slowly but surely, finances are going to balance out. You're going to get noticed for whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to get, a job offer. Maybe some of you are in a field where, I'm seeing like an actor, okay, how you have a certain skill and you get hired for a job and then you wait for the next job, well, maybe not wait, but you actively pursue other work. So I'm seeing something like that going on here where it's like the more you put yourself out there, the more people remember your name and recognize you and what you do, your talent, your skills. And then the more these calls start coming in for you, for what you have to offer. Okay, then we have the 7 of Swords. So with the 7 of Swords, what I'm seeing here is a little bit of that unknown that I talked about. Where did I talk about that? Oh, I think it was with the serendipity card. So there's an unknown factor here. And I feel that for some of you, this, and I'm going to tell you what, has already happened for you, or it might happen in the future, where you're wondering, is my hard work going to pay off? Did I just waste a lot of time? What's going on here? Now, what I'm seeing here, first of all, is that you're safe, you're protected. Don't second guess your intuition, okay? Because your intuition got you here, and your intuition is going to get you to the goal, okay, to your dream that you have. A call, an email, a text message, a letter, some piece of information is going to come in to your life, okay? I feel like this has something to do with what I saw, something like flying into your life, okay? I feel like someone is noticing you, and it literally is just going to take that one call, that one email that kind of sets everything else in line. So don't second guess yourself. It's going to happen. Okay. Yeah. See? Do you see what's happening here? Look at how excited this person is. I just mentioned that you're going to be getting a phone call, an email, something like that. You're getting recognition. That's what we have here with the Page of Cups. Okay. And this is exactly how you're going to feel when you get that phone call, when you get that correspondence, when things start to come together for you. This is how you're going to feel. Excited, a dream coming true, so happy. Okay, and look at this sign here. It says there's a heart, and then it looks like it says you. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. People are going to love you. They're going to love what you have to offer, your talents, your skills, your charisma, your energy, okay? And things are going to start shifting for you. So part of how your hard work is paying off is you're starting to get a feeling, starting to get a sense that quite literally your hard work is paying off. Like you didn't do all of this for nothing. Like this wasn't a waste of time. You followed your heart, you listened to your instincts, and you were right. Okay, so there's a sense of validation that's coming in. There's a sense of like the beginning of success that's coming in, excitement, happiness. All of these things are starting to come in, and you're starting to just really kind of appreciate also how far you've come, okay? And that it's finally your time to shine. Okay. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. I just got chills from this card. Okay, so this is the Six of Swords. Now, I can see right here that there's a sense of wondering if it's going to work, wondering if it's going to pay off. And we see that with the Seven of Swords here, okay? But what I see here is that you did it anyway, okay? Like, in the beginning, there were fears, like, is this going to work? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I feel as you went forward, you still had those fears, but you did it anyway. Okay, and now what's happening? Do you see the butterfly here? Things are starting to take shape, things are transforming, and you're moving out of that time of anxiety, fear, wondering, are things going to work out? For some of you, you literally packed your bags and moved somewhere, took a leap of faith and went somewhere completely new, and things haven't quite come together yet, but they're going to, okay? So this period of worry and all of that, it's going to be replaced with this great happiness. It's like, okay, finally things are coming together. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Do you see the progression here? Okay, we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Again, there's something coming into your life. The Knight of Cups, there's movement from something that was once far off, far away. Okay, look at this Beyond Fear card. Do you see this person's way up in the sky? Okay, here's like the ground down here. Your dreams, right, were down here, and you were way up here, okay? Now you have the Knight of Cups. So things are getting closer, okay? Things are getting closer. And, I feel like it's happening quickly for you. It could be unexpected, something about, especially with the Page of Cups here, it's serendipity. It's like, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen tomorrow. I didn't know it was going to happen next week, okay? So whatever this is that's coming into your life, there's some sort of offer, some sort of information, something's coming in that you are going to say yes to, and it's offering you so much of exactly what you've been looking for, exactly what you've wanted, okay? Everything is lining up for you. So there's great success, and your hard work is paying off in a way that your heart is going to be fulfilled. Okay, so I feel for you, your hard work is paying off in this great sense of like huge fulfillment. And I feel like it's in multiple different areas of your life. And I feel also it's paying off in the sense of you're going to realize that, okay, you can listen to your intuition. You can, you know, in the future, like you can trust yourself, you can trust your intuition. So I feel like that's another way it's going to pay off, because then it's going to be like, okay, I listened to my gut instinct. I went ahead and I did this and it paid off. And then in the future, you're going to understand that feeling again, and it's going to take you to the right place at the right time again. Yeah, see, we have the 8 of Cups. So I feel for some of you, there was something going on where you left something behind that wasn't working out for you, okay? I keep getting the sense that you took a leap of faith and pursued something that was in your heart. You pursued a life that you felt was going to bring you a greater sense of satisfaction, because wherever you were before, it may have been working out for you for a period of time. It may have been something that was fulfilling, but then it wasn't working out for you anymore. It just, you craved more. And that's the thing. That's exactly what I've been saying, is that you listened to that feeling. You didn't just stay here, right? You took a leap of faith. Look here, you had a plan. You see this person that has the piece of paper? And remember with future here, I told you that you had a plan. Some of you may have literally written it down on paper, you know, especially if you are manifesting something, okay? And I feel that's exactly what's happening, is that you've been manifesting this future that you want, and you're about to get it, okay? And here we have the 4 of Cups. Okay. Didn't I tell you that you're going to be getting a phone call, an email, a text message, a letter in the mail, something like that? And look here. Okay, this is a computer, and the computer says new message. I don't know if you can make that out, but it says new message. Okay, so this message, this new opportunity, this is going to come in at a time for a lot of you when you think, oh, maybe I made a mistake. All this hard work I put into something is not paying off yet. And I feel some of you want to give up. Okay, your spirit guides are saying do not give up, okay? Because this opportunity is coming in, and it's going to be when you least expect it. And look here, another thing that's catching my eye here is this curtain. And look at how it's open, just a little sliver right here. So just a little bit of light can come in, but this person's like, oh, just ignoring it, kind of in that place of, you know, I've done all this, nothing has happened yet. I don't even care that I have a new opportunity. I don't care that I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like a lot of you are tired. Okay, I feel when I talk about putting blood, sweat, and tears into something, I'm not joking. Like, I feel like a lot of you are exhausted, and you're wondering, like, why did I get into this? I'm not making money at this yet. I haven't gotten that new job offer yet. Haven't met the right people yet. And what Spirit is saying is it's about to happen. Okay, look at the serendipity card. Look at how this clover is literally lifting this person up. And this person doesn't have shoes on. So that tells me a couple things here. Spirit is telling you to stay grounded, number 1, okay, because things are about to shift for you. Number 2, it's telling me that this shift could happen unexpectedly. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay. Let me point this out to you in case some of you didn't get the message from Spirit yet, okay? This is how some of you are feeling right now, like you want to give up, but you have these new opportunities. Again, I feel like you have more than one opportunity or more than one of whatever it is that you're looking for. So let's say that you are trying to get new clients. You're going to have more than one that comes in, and then it's going to be multiple after that, right? You're going to have multiple job opportunities that come in. So you have new message here, and what happens if you wake up and you look at that message, you look at the brighter side of things, this, which is the 10 of Cups. This is an overflowing of abundance that's happening in this 10 of Cups. Okay, and look at how it's right below the 7 of Swords. So what that tells me, remember earlier with the 7 of Swords, first of all, I said you're protected. Okay, second of all, I don't remember exactly the words I used, but don't let your fears get in the way of the vision that you have. Do you see how there's a vision of something right here, a goal that you have? Okay. You have, hold on a second, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are showing you that you're getting a message, okay? A message, like I said, this is a phone call, a conversation, an email, text message, a letter in the mail, any other way you can get correspondence. Word of mouth, something is happening. Okay, this can literally be a conversation that you have with somebody in person, and it's bringing you this. Okay, so how your hard work is paying off, this is exactly how. Emotional abundance, feeling so happy, just wanting to spread this joy everywhere, because it's like, for some of you, I heard, I can't believe my luck. Okay. And look, there's a bow here, so I feel like you're getting everything that you wanted. It's like when you open up that package, the vision that you put on the wall right here is what you're getting. And it might even be better than that, okay? The 2 of Wands. See? Okay, the 2 of Wands. I'm telling you, some of you are going to have a decision to make. Because I'm getting 2 things here with the 2 of Wands. Some of you are going to have a decision to make, and look, this person is sitting in front of a computer with paperwork here. Okay, I just got chills. Look at this. There's this right here. So that's like a picture. It's a beach with a palm tree on it. But my point is that here with the 7 of Swords, there's a picture on the wall. And I told you, you're manifesting something, and that is about to come to fruition for you. You've been holding this close to your heart. This is something, you had this great vision. You took a chance on it. You went for it, and it's going to pay off. Okay, all those sleepless nights, it's going to pay off. This is another card. So that's number 5 cards now that are showing some kind of message coming in, because this computer, it's like, okay, I had multiple emails with multiple offers coming in. Of course, that's just an example. And it's like, well, which one do I take? Okay. The other thing I'm seeing here with the 2 of Wands is that this can be showing some of you before taking that leap of faith, when you're sitting there thinking, you know, I'm not so happy with what it is that I've been doing. I really want this picture right here with the palm tree and the water, but I'm stuck doing this. And there was this deep thought process of, should I stay where I am, or should I take a chance and go, because this is no longer fulfilling? So we're seeing the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Cups in this card, or at least I am, okay? In that particular scenario, because again, with the 2 of Wands, I was getting 2 different scenarios here, depending on, you know, who's watching this, because this is a general reading. So there's going to be different situations, and both of those came up for me. Okay. The 8 of Swords, you're not really stuck. first of all, I feel for some of you, you've been protected from offers that would not have been to your highest good. So if you've been waiting a while to get recognized or to get a phone call or an email from an employer or to get that call back for, remember how I said some of you might be an actor, or maybe you offer a service, maybe you're someone who does like repair work, or maybe you started your own plumbing business, or whatever it is, and you've been waiting for people to call you, right? It could be anything. You offer any kind of service, but it's like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and some of you have been protected from going into something that would have been not to your highest good. I'm seeing that here. And so I think what needs to happen for some of you is a shift in perspective, okay? Because some of you, I feel like you feel maybe you made a mistake, or you're feeling like, well, I don't know, should I take this leap of faith? If I do this and I put in all this hard work, will it pay off? Yes, it will. So the important thing is that you don't get to a point, as be patient here as you're waiting. Don't fall into the Four of Cups, where you then become completely blindfolded to opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Okay, so as you go forward, stay positive, know that everything's falling into place for you. Okay, nope, this card. So we have the Lovers. I'm not sure why it was turned upside down, because I always read right side up. So with the Lovers, what I'm seeing here is that you took a leap of faith, you followed your heart. Remember, I've been saying that throughout this whole reading, and it's finally arriving. Everything is falling into place for you. And there was a sacrifice that had to be made here. That sacrifice was putting your fears aside, right? Going forward despite those fears. I feel a lot of you had to sacrifice your time. Maybe you had to sacrifice a personal life because you've been working so hard on something. That hard work is going to pay off. And some of you might even be meeting a romantic partner because this leap of faith that you have taken or will take. Because remember, I don't know if there's a specific card. It might have been the serendipity card, but I told you I feel like it's going to be paying off in multiple different areas in your life. And I'm getting, emotional abundance, financial abundance. And for some of you, this could be romantic abundance as well, like a really good relationship. And then to end your reading, we have the Temperance card. This is a great reading, or a great card to end your reading with, because this is telling me that everything is going to balance out. You're going to have everything that you need, okay? Look at how the sun's coming up here. It's like everything you've been waiting for is coming to fruition, okay? Your angels, look at the angel wings here. Your angels have been guiding you. You're protected. This plan that you have here, what you've been working on, is coming to fruition. Everything is coming into alignment for you, and it's to your highest good as well. So walking away from something that was no longer working for you is absolutely paying off here with the Temperance card. And that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Ocean Jasper, and your card is Mending with number 52. I feel with this card that you're mending something in your life. I feel for some of you, this is something internal, making peace with something, fixing things. I feel like you're getting your power back, okay? I feel like there's something about missed opportunities or things falling through. and kind of focusing on that for a time, I feel like your focus is starting to shift toward what you can do, right? And in doing things to like get your power back and make things better in your life. Okay, so for some of you, this could involve other people. This could involve a friend or a romantic partner, or did I just say family? Because I'm hearing family again. So for some of you, it could be family. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is something more internal, something that you've been working on, like within yourself, to get to a better place within your own life. And I feel like you're coming to a point where you're feeling more grounded, and you're feeling like you're ready to take the next steps in your life to like move forward with something. Okay, and we'll see what's going on here. And it could be both things going on here, right? So it could be that you've taken steps in your life to to heal something within your life, to bring better circumstances for yourself. And by doing that, you're also mending relationships that you have with other people. Okay, so we'll see as we go along, we'll get more details about, the specifics about what is going on here. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? How is pile number 2's hard work paying off? Is that 2 cards? I think it is. Yes. Okay. This makes sense. So this is voyage. And with voyage, do you see here? Do you see how this was really difficult getting through here? Okay, because I feel like the boat is leaving here and going out this way. So look at this. This wasn't easy. This was really difficult. And I feel like a lot of you felt stagnant for quite some time. I feel like there was some introspection that happened, a lot of deep thoughts, really kind of analyzing things and coming to terms with certain things that may have happened. And what I see happening here is all that hard work that you did in here, all the introspection and getting perspective on things and working on yourself and healing, okay, that's paying off, because look here how the boat is finally out of here, okay? You can see the boat right here, and you see how it's kind of dark over here, but look at how the clouds are parting or dissipating, moving away, whatever you want to call it, and the sunshine is here, okay? So things are getting easier for you. So that's one way that your hard work is paying off, is that things are getting easier, okay? And also look at this card. This banner, whatever you want to call it right here, that these 2 figures are working on, angels, whatever it is. Do you see how they're making progress? Like at one point in time, they didn't have anything, right? So they're making progress, and that's what we see here is progress. Okay, so there's fulfillment in finally seeing progress happening, in knowing that you did the hard work here. It was very, very difficult. I feel like this was very difficult emotionally, because the energy that I'm getting is that you had to dig deep and do a lot of internal assessments and, kind of like I'm hearing like figuring out, how did I get to this point? Like, what did I do to get to this point? And then kind of pulling yourself out of some sort of sticky situation or darkness or something like that. Okay, so your hard work is paying off by bringing the light back into your life, because you see how this card is kind of stormy, kind of darker, right? Oh, it has something to do with your heart. Something really hurt your heart, and you needed to process that. You needed to work through those feelings. And, doing all that work, that hard work, is paying off by clearing the air, clearing your emotions, helping you to feel more grounded, working on yourself, bettering yourself, all of these things kind of coming together. and then we'll see what happens after that. So a choice. I feel that, what did I say a minute ago? Oh my gosh, I don't remember how I said it. That's okay. I'll just start over with the thought. So I feel like all this work that you've done on yourself, all this introspection, becoming centered again in your life, I feel like another way that that's paying off is that now you're getting options that are opening up for you. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you at this point are at a crossroads where it's like, okay, now what do I do? And I feel that before you didn't have these options that you have now. So for some of you, I'm picking up, and I think this is more kind of a metaphor. For some of you, this might be literal, but let's say, for instance, that you got yourself in kind of a sticky situation. Remember, this is a metaphor, because I'm seeing something here being like, I'm stuck. Okay. And so that's like the sticky situation that I'm seeing and feeling. And so some of you found yourself in this type of situation and you said, I don't want to be here anymore. What do I do? Okay. Now what I'm seeing, and this is just a metaphor, but let's say that you, maybe at one point in time you were in school and you are studying something and you're like, oh, I don't like this. I'm just going to drop out. And so you quit. You quit university, college, whatever, and you said, I'm just going to quit. I don't like this. But then you were kind of stuck and you couldn't pursue a career that you really, really wanted. And so that's like the sticky situation that you got into. And so then here with mending, we see all this hard work that you're putting into something, right? And then what happens? You have a choice because you've put in all this hard work here. And because of that, now you're not stuck here. Now you have multiple options, opportunities, okay? So another way your hard work is paying off is that you're getting more opportunities. You're not stuck anymore. And like I said, that's just kind of a metaphor. For some of you, that could be quite literal, but that was like just a metaphor that I was seeing in my mind that, everybody could say, oh yeah, that I can see how that relates to my situation. Okay. All right. What else can you tell us for pile number 2? And again, you have 2 cards that want to come out at the same time. So let's see what they are. Oh, wow. So it's number 29 and it's star. Oh, I love this for you so much. This is exactly what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying. I literally just am so excited for you. Okay. Hard times are over. Okay. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and possibility. Remember, I was talking here how difficult this was to navigate, how hard it was, feeling stuck, feeling lost, feeling like I don't see a way out of this. And then here you have options. You have multiple different ways out of where you were. And look at this card too, this choice card. Look like back here, right? Obviously we can't see it in the card, but back here it's darker. As you can see right here on the card where it's darker, but you're going to the light, right? Things are getting easier. Same thing here. Things are getting easier. And then the star card, hard times are over. Okay. So how is your hard work paying off? Look forward to abundance, happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity, because I feel at certain times you lost your enthusiasm and your positivity when you were over here trying to figure out. Even I feel a lot of you are just lost. Like you didn't even know where you were. You certainly didn't know where you were going. You didn't even know like what the day was. You know what I mean? Not literally, but like you didn't know like, what am I going to do today? How, like, where am I going? Like there was like confusion, depression, uncertainty, loneliness, even just like nobody understands what I'm going through kind of feeling. That is coming to an end for you. And if you have any idea of what you want to do as you're fixing the situation, if you're saying, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it happen, you have the Star card. It's going to happen. Okay, so believe in yourself. Spirit believes in you. Okay, I believe in you. Okay, and it's going to happen for you. So keep going forward. Oh my gosh, this is so powerful. Okay, so this is Judgment. Okay, so first of all, that is taking me right to the Judgment card in the tarot deck, which is New Beginnings. Hearing like a call in your soul, believing in yourself, knowing that you can do it, knowing that you can get through this difficult time here. Kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like what I'm feeling is something may have taken you down at one point in time, but now is your time to rise up and shine. The other thing before I read what's down here is number 14. Okay, which is the Temperance card in the traditional tarot deck. And that's balance. That's everything coming together. Okay, everything lining up for you. It is right after the Star card. So everything is going to align for you so that your dream can come true. Okay, I am feeling night and day energy from where you've been in this darkness, and where you're going is literally night and day. Okay, I feel like some of you aren't even going to recognize yourself, and some of you aren't even going to believe where you were. And some of you for a minute are not going to believe where you end up, because you're going to be like, this is so positive and so powerful. For a minute, you're going to be in disbelief. Okay. But then it's all, you're going to be in the energy, and you're going to love it, and you're going to move forward. Okay. So it says, soul searching will bring you inner peace to many areas of your life. Oh, and that is a great way to describe what I was feeling with this Voyage card, inner peace. Okay. How is your hard work paying off? Because you're going to have inner peace. Look at this soul searching. It's paying off. Things are going to get so much better for you. So much better for you. You're mending so many different parts of your life, so many different pieces of your body, your soul. Okay. I feel for some of you, you may have had some kind of medical issue going on where you felt stuck. You felt like your life was kind of taken away from you. Okay. And you're mending, you're healing from that. Okay. And obviously I'm not a medical doctor, but that's another situation that I'm seeing here, and that you're getting your life back. Okay. You're going to be able to pursue things that you want to pursue in your life. You're getting your happiness back, your enthusiasm for life, your positivity is coming back. And I feel for some of you that were in that type of situation, being kind of out of circulation, being kind of stuck somewhere until you got better. I feel that gave you an opportunity for soul searching. And I feel some of you may be changing your lives after that. Maybe pursuing a passion that you've always had, saying, well, you know what, I went through this, I might as well take a chance and see what I can make of this idea that I've always had. Okay. Very powerful. All right, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? How is pile number 2's hard work paying off? Okay. Oh my gosh, you have the Fool card. And it's right below Voyage. Sorry, I was reading this real quick. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. I feel like you've done that soul searching. I feel like you have yourself back. And remember what I just said about, I was talking about some of you may have had a medical problem or, issue that you're finally seeing relief from. But I feel like that could also be an analogy where something was keeping pile number 2 stuck somehow. Okay. And then I said that finally you're able to break free, and you're saying like, well, I went through this over here. I have no fear to pursue something that's in my heart now, because why not? Like, this can be any worse than what I went through over here. So I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to pursue something that I've always wanted to do. That's what I'm seeing with the Fool card here. I see that you're ready to take a leap of faith and move forward with something. And it's like, fear what? I have no fears anymore. Okay, that's the energy that I'm feeling here. And look at all of these beautiful butterflies. Things are going to change for you. Wow. And then you have the Magician card. Do you see the progression we have here? So we have the Fool and the Magician. This is the perfect progression of the major arcana in the tarot deck. So there's something that you're envisioning for yourself. There's a life that you want. There's a life that you want to create. And this is exactly what you're going to create. Okay. You're very, very powerful. Your energy is so, so powerful right now. So I feel that everything is going to come together for you. Okay. I feel like you finally have the energy again to pursue something. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have the mindset, you have the determination, the plan, you have everything, okay? And I feel also another thing is I'm hearing like literally magic, okay? I mean, not literally, but the word magic, I feel for some of you, things are going to happen like magic, like magically happen in your life, okay? When things just kind of start to come together for you. We have the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, what I'm seeing here, especially in this particular Four of Cups, whatever was holding you back, you're putting that behind you, because these cups are literally behind this person. So you're putting that behind you. You're focusing on the future. You're focusing on opportunities. You're focusing on your growth. And I feel like you're ready to the point where you don't need to keep looking back here. Okay. You're going to go forward. You're going to progress past that. And you're focused on forward movement. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? Okay, so the Four of Cups here, like I was just saying, you're focused on the future. Look at this cup here, in particular, this one here, right? So you're focusing on that. You have the Magician here where you're manifesting, you're working very hard towards something. And then what happens? Look at how big this cup is compared to this one here, okay? The Ace of Cups. Hold on a second. I need to, yeah, before I go into that, I have to point this out because pile number 1 had a dragonfly, and it just kept repeating in my mind, pile number 1 had a dragonfly. So if you are interested in watching pile number 1, go ahead and do that. If not, then just watch this one. Okay, so what's happening is this vision that you have here, that you're manifesting, that you're working so hard toward, it's going to happen. This is a great new beginning for you. But in actuality, this dream could become bigger. Like the outcome could be more successful than what you ever imagined it could be over here. Okay, there's also great safety as you move forward. And I feel there's a great sense of renewal. So definitely emotional renewal, spiritual renewal, confidence. Again, confidence is coming back. There's actually a lot of confidence coming in for you. And I feel like it comes out of seeing that you have options, knowing that you're not stuck anymore, and feeling like you have your power back. Okay, the Magician is so powerful. Okay. Look at, what was I just talking about? Getting your power back and being powerful. And you have the Strength card. You're courageous. You're not fearing anything. I'm telling you, it's like you went through this here. It's like, you know what? That didn't even hold me down when that would have held a lot of other people down. I'm stronger because I went through that. I'm healing. And I feel like there's deep healing here, like on a spiritual level. And you're saying, you know what? Nothing is going to take me down. Nothing's going to stop me. So you have this dream. You have this goal, this vision, and you're going forward. I'm telling you, there's nothing that's going to get in your way. Nothing. And you're so protected, so protected. We have the Justice card. So, okay, how your hard work is paying off is you're finding balance again, okay? Everything just seems to be balancing out for you. You're stronger, you're healthier. You're healthier in body, mind, soul. I'm feeling like there was some kind of like great cleansing or something that happened. Some kind of like awakening or something. You're getting rid of whatever was holding you back. And you know, some people would have gone through what you went through and they would have just given up. They would have said, okay, that's it. I'm just gonna, you know, lay in bed and watch TV all day because I went through this, so nothing else matters anymore. But what you're saying is, well, I went through this, but I'm more powerful because I went through this. And nothing is ever gonna take me down again. Nothing is gonna stop me again. Okay, and look at these rocks here. This was not easy. It is not easy to walk on these rocks, especially because they could be slippery because there's water coming through here, okay? I feel like you've climbed mountains. You've done things that other people would have just laid down and given up. You've done the opposite, and you're clearing whatever was holding you back, okay? So your hard work is paying off in so many different ways. I mean, first of all, like we talked about, one of your dreams is you're making a dream happen, okay? And you're getting so much confidence, so much, it's like a superpower or something, because I feel also you're going to be an inspiration for other people, okay? So I feel like there's this deep sense of satisfaction and, you know, achievement and things like that going on for you as well. We have the Queen of Cups, so there's great emotional balance that's coming in for you. I feel like you're looking at life differently. I feel also something happened with your intuition where somehow your intuition has gotten stronger, okay? And you're really tapping into your divine guidance, and you are going to know which opportunities to accept and which to, you know, to move forward with. There's something about 3 things coming in, because look at, you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 3 here. And then you have, look, you have 3 down here. Very interesting. Yeah, interesting. So it could be that your hard work is paying off in 3 main areas of your life, okay? One of them, I feel you're becoming stronger. Another one, I feel I feel like you have healed so much, like spiritually, that you're putting yourself first. I feel that you will no longer accept less than what you deserve, okay? So that's another thing. And the third thing could be just that you're winning with this goal that you have here. The Page of Swords, yeah, this is what I'm saying. You're looking at things differently. You're thinking about things differently. Certain things don't matter to you anymore, like, you know, petty things, maybe certain things that used to bother you, they no longer bother you. You have absolutely no problem cutting things out of your life that aren't up to par with your energy. It's like, no, I've gone through all this over here. I've healed. I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and I no longer have any time for any kind of, you know, anything that's not positive energy, or, something that's leveled up like you have. And then we have the 10 of Cups. I love this so much for you. Okay, so your hard work is paying off. Remember how I said emotionally, you're coming into a place of great peace, feeling very, very safe and comfortable and loved. And I feel like one of the most important things is self-love here, okay? You love yourself enough to not accept less than what you deserve, okay? And I feel for some of you that you weren't there before. When you were over here, I feel like you perhaps would have accepted less than what you deserved, okay? And that has shifted for you. And I feel another way your hard work is paying off is that you are going to absolutely love where you end up. And look here, you have these 3 flowers right here. For some of you, you could be finding romantic love, like your soulmate. For some of you, you could even be having a child. Okay, some of you, this child could be representative of giving birth to your new life, to a new career, a new business, a new place where you're living, new friends, things like that. And there's definitely something about your intuition playing a huge role in this. It's like, I feel, you know what I'm feeling over here? You always had your intuition, but a lot of times we can ignore our intuition, right? And that's a process because we can be intrigued by certain things that have red flags, but we still pursue it anyway because we're intrigued, right? We had to see what this is all about. And then it can sometimes get us stuck. And I feel like that's kind of what you've worked through, what you've learned to not do anymore, okay? Because a lot of times when we ignore our intuition, especially in a situation like that, hindsight's 20/20, where we look back and we can say, ugh, I knew something like that was going to happen, right? But sometimes we ignore it, and it's just a learning experience. That's what life is all about. And so you're getting that power where you won't be doing that anymore. Okay, so here we have the Hangman. Yeah, absolutely. This makes so much sense because this is what I was feeling here. And this card even shows, like, these 2 cards are so similar. Let me see if I can pick this up. Okay. Do you see, so over here, I was saying that you were stuck in here. There were delays. There was like, am I ever going to get out of here? Like a maze. Like, I don't know how to get through this. Same thing's going on here, that someone's stuck here in the tree, but we see the light over here. But this person can't quite see the light yet because it's behind them, right? They just need to turn around and change their perspective. Same thing here. We have the light here. And there's movement out of this place of being stuck. So what is happening with the Hangman? This is showing me that this is where you used to be, okay? This is also showing me what I just said, where we always have our intuition, but sometimes we ignore it, right? And look at this red ribbon here, rope, whatever you want to call it, how it's wrapped around this person. Remember I said sometimes we ignore our intuition and ignore those red flags, okay? You see what I'm saying here? And how you have learned to not do that again because you got a different perspective by being stuck here, okay? And I'm not saying that everybody ignored red flags. I'm saying like that can be literal, or that can be more of a metaphor for going against better judgment, or looking back, you could say, well, maybe I should have known better, or, well, that didn't work out, something like that. Something got you tied up in a situation and it was tiring. You didn't want to be there anymore. That is exactly what is shifting for you. And, your hard work is paying off because you got yourself out of this. You were able to free yourself from this, and you changed the way that you think about things. And because of that, you're going to be able to go forward and very, very quickly cut out anything that doesn't belong in your life anymore, because this is where you're going with the Ten of Cups here. You don't need any negativity with where you're going, okay? All right, and then we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, so with the Page of Wands, there's something about you having some kind of higher calling, pursuing a passion that you have, having renewed passion for your life, taking control of your life, going forward, knowing that you're strong enough, that you can get through any problems, that nothing's going to stop you, okay? You just needed a little bit of time to figure things out. So if you're still here in this place where you're still kind of stuck, right? Like you're not really stuck, but it feels like you are. There's delays. It's tricky getting out of here. If you're still here, just know that everything's going to shift for you. So don't give up. Keep going. You know, keep the magician energy. Okay, keep that vision. Yeah. You have the Ace of Swords. So this is that new thought process that I've been talking about. Seeing things differently, figuring things out, getting clarity, moving forward. Huge transformation. Huge transformation happening for you. Knowing exactly where you need to go and not being afraid. Well, okay, you might have fear, but you're not letting those fears hold you back. You're going forward anyway, okay? So your hard work is paying off, like I said, in multiple ways, but another way it's paying off is as you continue to move forward, your thought process is different, right? You're not, like I said, I'm going to say this again, you're no longer accepting less than what you deserve, which is going to bring you abundance and happiness. So that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Banded Amethyst, and your card is Come to the Edge, and it's number 36. So I feel with this card that you took a leap of faith with something, because this is making me think of the Fool card in the tarot deck. And if you're not familiar with that, that shows someone who's like at the edge of a cliff, ready to take a leap of faith, right? And so that's what I'm seeing here. And I feel like whatever this was, you were following your heart. I feel like you were listening to your intuition. I feel like something was kind of drawing you somewhere or pulling you somewhere, something like that. And so I feel that, you know, how your hard work is paying off is you're getting great abundance that's coming into your life. I feel that first and foremost, it feels like it's emotional fulfillment, which is, I feel that's what you were looking for. You may have done some soul searching that kind of led you to this point where you said, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. I'm just going to see if this works because I feel like this is something that I have to do. And with that, I feel that there was an idea and maybe a little bit of strategy. For some of you, I feel there was more strategy and more planning that went into it. And for others of you, I feel like you just took a leap of faith and you said, I'll figure it out when I land. And either way is amazing, right? But I feel like your hard work is paying off, that the thought that you put into this, the listening to your intuition, all of that, it's all going to pay off for you, in the sense that I feel something is going to happen for you fairly soon, if it hasn't already, something like a huge opportunity, okay? Because I think you took a pretty big leap of faith, and I feel that the opportunity that will be coming in for you is going to be just as big, okay? And obviously, we'll look at that more as we go along. So let's get your other cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? How is pile number 3's hard work paying off? Okay. Ooh, I love this for you. So you have rebirth. And this makes me think of the Judgment card in the tarot deck, kind of like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So I feel that a lot of you left something behind. Okay, some of you may have left something behind because you didn't have a choice. So for instance, and this is just kind of an example, right? Let's say that you got laid off from your job and you were sitting there and you were really down on your luck thinking, oh my gosh, I just lost my job. What do I do now? Why is this happening to me? And then you kind of woke up the next day or a week after that or whenever it was, and you said, you know what? I'm not working right now, and I've always wanted to pursue this particular thing, so why don't I pursue it now, right? Like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to do this. And some of you took this idea and actually made it into something, or you're trying to make it into something. So I feel some of you are taking a passion that you have and you're trying to turn it into a career or a side hustle, and it's going to turn into a career, okay? Others of you may have been sitting there and said, you know what, I'm not working right now. Why don't I just travel the world? Why don't I do something I've always wanted to do? And then from that, you feel like you're, being reborn, and you have like all these different perspectives about life and different ideas about what you want to do with your life, and you feel like you've been given this kind of second chance with life and doing things differently and just kind of falling in love with life and, being free and doing things like that. So I get this sense of freedom. Okay, so your hard work is paying off with freedom somehow. Okay, so freedom from restrictions. That could be restrictions from like a job that you once had. It could be freedom from restrictions of your mind, fears that used to hold you back. It could be financial restrictions, right? You have freedom from that because you pursued something that was in your heart, and now you're making money doing that, and you're free from like the 9-to-5 grind, okay? Where you were barely making enough money to get by, okay? So it could be something like that. This card was really sticking out. Oh, this is very interesting. So this is the other world, and what this card means is that there's spirits on the other side trying to communicate with you. So I'm getting a couple different meanings from this. That could be a literal meaning for you, okay? And I feel for others. So let me go into that a little bit more. So you may have had your spirit guides, loved ones who have passed over, who were trying to communicate with you, who were cheering you on from the sidelines, who were giving you signs, possibly numbers popping up all the time, or coins. Okay, I'm seeing coins popping up, trying to guide you along this particular path. Others of you, what I'm seeing is that when we talk about like the other world, this could be like your soul. Okay, so maybe from a past life, you held something in your soul, like this particular gift or skill or something that's in your heart in this lifetime. And that could be, those of you who always wanted to pursue this particular thing. You always wanted to do this thing in life, but you never found the right time, or you didn't have the money to do it, or whatever it could have been. And finally, there was like some event that triggered you saying, you know what, I'm going to pursue that now. This is the perfect time for me to pursue that. And so you did, and it's all paying off for you. Okay. And how is it paying off for you? There's huge transformation coming in for you. Okay. As far as there's emotional fulfillment. Again, I keep getting finances are increasing for some of you. And there's also like spiritual development because you took a chance, because you pursued something that you always wanted to pursue. You're following your heart. You're following your passion. Some of you are pursuing something that's like what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, your soul purpose, okay? And anytime you pursue your soul purpose, you're going to be rewarded for that hugely, like with great abundance in finances, emotional abundance, spiritual abundance, all of those things. And I also feel like for some of you, you're meeting new people, okay? New friends are coming into your life, finding your soul tribe, finding a chosen family, things like that. Some of you could also be finding your soulmate in this whole process, okay? So that would be like another way your hard work is paying off. Like, let's say you've been putting all your work into this particular thing because you were pursuing something that was in your heart, and you change careers, and then only because you changed careers, then you meet your soulmate. Okay, so that's another example of, for some of you, that could be happening. Okay. Oh, wow. So you have the star card. This is in pile number 2. So it's number 29, the star. Hard times are over. Look forward to abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So absolutely, I just keep getting this feeling that for pile number 3, you're pursuing like a life purpose or something that's been in your heart for so long, and you finally have the opportunity to pursue it. And you have so many people cheering you on, so many people who are saying, yes, pursue this, make this change in your life, especially because the other world, this is number 21. So this is like a huge shift in your life. And I feel your spirit guides and everyone who's out there watching out for you is like, yes, yes, do it. And they're cheering you on, and everything is starting to fall into place for you. So I feel that when we say, how is your hard work paying off? I feel like you're coming into a point in your life where there's great fulfillment, like you're getting everything that you've always dreamed of. Everything's finally starting to fall into place for you in all areas of your life. Am I crazy? Am I imagining something? Because I feel like both of these cards were in pile number 2. I know this one was, and I feel like this one was too. And I have to tell you, okay, let me bring the deck back. After each reading, I put the cards in different areas in the deck. I shuffle multiple times off camera, and then obviously you see me shuffle on camera. So if you want to watch pile number 2, then go for it, because there could be a message in there for you. If not, then obviously just watch this one. Okay, so back to your reading. So what's interesting about this card, oh my gosh, I just realized you also have the rebirth card here. Okay, what's interesting about this card is that it's judgment, okay? And the judgment, when it always makes me think of judgment in the tarot deck, which is basically this card here with the rebirth. It's like you're heeding the call, right? You're heeding that voice in your head, that voice in your heart that's calling you towards something, okay? And it's bringing you into alignment with your soul purpose, okay? For this pile number 3 in particular, it's bringing you into alignment with your soul purpose, okay? Everything is becoming easier. There's like this great ease. Everything's falling into place. Literally, people, places, and things are just falling into your life at the right time. Okay, I'm just getting like this abundance of really, really good people in your life, like good energy, good vibes, good times, celebrations, things like that. Now it says soul searching will bring you inner peace to many areas of your life. Didn't I say that earlier? I swear I said something about finding peace here. Maybe I didn't, but Anyway, yeah, soul searching. Remember, come to the edge. It makes me think of the Fool card. So because you took a chance, you're being rewarded. And I really feel like this has something to do with your soul purpose. And then, you know, we see soul searching here. So definitely there's something spiritual going on with you. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? How is pile number 3's hard work paying off? Pile number 3. Okay. So you have the Knight of Cups. This is exactly what I said you've been doing. So the Knight of Cups, this is an energy where you're pursuing something that's in your heart. You're following your heart. Look at this right here. Okay, you're literally following your heart. You're going towards something. You have an idea, you have a vision, you have a goal, you're dedicated to it, you're pursuing it. You're leaving behind things that were no longer working for you, and you're quite literally going toward your abundance. And I feel that first of all, there's great emotional abundance. I think I said this earlier. I feel it's like emotional, spiritual abundance, and then the rest follows. So the money follows after that. The people follow after that. The soul family follows after that. I feel like your whole life is changing. I feel like every aspect of your life is coming together for you. Yeah. So you have the Page of Wands. You're pursuing something that you're greatly passionate about. I feel that where you were before had become kind of desert-like. Do you see down here, there's the desert, okay? And I feel like out of nowhere, or maybe not out of nowhere, but at some point you have this great vision, which is the pyramid here, okay? Because I feel like you were in a place where things had become kind of stagnant. At one point in time, maybe it was fulfilling for you, but it got to a point where it was no longer fulfilling. And that's okay. That just means that you grew out of wherever you were. And then I feel that you set your sights on something that was always in the back of your mind. It was always like, maybe you always had this particular hobby, or you always had this particular goal, and you kept saying, one day I'll get to that. And then you never did. And then finally something happened to trigger this whole domino effect in your life, which is the Rebirth card here, and also the Judgment card here. Something triggered this, something made you think about things differently and see things differently. And then you finally said, you know what? I am going to pack up my bags and I'm going to go for it. And luck found you, or will find you if you haven't done this yet. The King of Wands, do you see here? Look at what's happening here. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the King of Wands. There's so much growth here. There's so much vision, okay? So you start with the Page of Wands, which is this idea saying, oh, this looks like a great idea. I think I'm going to pursue this. And you had no fear. You were fearless. Just like this card here, your very first card, Come to the Edge. There's no fear here. There's just love and saying, I'm going to go for it. And if it doesn't work out exactly as I planned, I'll learn some lessons. I'll figure it out, but I'm going to land on my feet. I'm going to get exactly what I want. And then here you are with the King of Wands, where you're getting exactly what you want. And I'm telling you, I told you with the Page of Wands, you're going to transform your whole life. And that's what we see with the King of Wands. And if you're not here yet, Spirit is saying that you will be guided to the right answers, right? So if you're still working on this, or if you haven't taken that leap of faith yet, Spirit is saying that along the way, if you find difficulties, you're going to have a way to work through those difficulties, right? You're not going to get stuck. You're going to meet the right people at the right time. You're going to find the right solutions at the right time. Everything's going to work out for you, okay? And then we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, so this is a celebration, and this is just the beginning. Okay, there's a celebration going on here. There's success. Again, I keep getting, see, first and foremost, how your hard work is paying off is great emotional abundance, feeling stable, feeling secure, feeling happy, feeling grateful, okay? And also new people are coming into your life, new people, new experiences, new. All of these new things. You're hitting a goal, you're reaching some goal that you had, and then you realize that's just the beginning. That first goal that you had in your mind, that is just the beginning. Look at all the stars here, okay? It's just the beginning for you. I feel like you have no idea how far you will be able to take this idea, okay? And this is coming through very, very strongly right now. Very, very strongly. Some of you have a loved one who has passed on to the other side, who is here with you right now, who wants you to know how proud they are of you. They're cheering you on, and they want to see you successful. This energy is so, so strong. There is so much love coming through right now. Yeah. So just know that. Okay. The Ten of Cups. This is what I've been talking about. Your great emotional abundance. And look at this person. Well, it's half person, half hippo, it looks like. So this figure here, look at how she has her hands, kind of like where the heart chakra is, like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so fulfilled. And this person, or this energy here, right? This figure is looking at these two figures here, like this vision, right? That's now tangible, because we started off here with a leap of faith. And then we get to this point where it's reality. And this person, energy, whatever you want to call it, is like, oh, look, everything that I dreamed about, everything that I wanted is literally right in front of me. And that's what you're going to be saying. Everything that you've been manifesting for, everything that you've been working so hard for, it's about to appear in your life. The Seven of Swords. With the Seven of Swords, ooh, how is your hard work paying off? Okay, with the Seven of Swords, there was a sense of doubt, okay? Other people may have put this doubt in your mind. You may have had doubt in your mind before. But what you did is you went forward anyway. You didn't let those fears hold you back. And I feel that this in itself was hard work for some of you. Leaving behind the naysayers, saying, well, you can feel that way, that's your opinion, but I'm going to do it anyway. Telling yourself, telling your ego, right? The ego always wants to protect you. So maybe this was your ego saying, no, don't do that. You could fall, right? You could fall off this edge and you could get hurt. And you had to push those fears back and push those fears back and say, no, I'm going to do it anyway. And so, you know, in general, whatever it was that was causing you anxiety, whoever told you you can't do this, if you told yourself you can't do this, if you second guessed yourself, if you really had to work past your ego or your self-esteem or whatever it is that could have been holding you back, you know, within yourself, this was hard work, okay? And you got past it. And now you're going to be rewarded. And it's with this emotional abundance and everything else that we've been talking about. I feel also some of you feel like Not all the time, but sometimes you have this thought creeping in like, well, maybe this is a waste of time. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe I should just pack everything up and move on because this is a waste of time. Nothing's ever going to come of this because you had a bad day. Maybe you're having a bad day right now and you're watching this and saying, is my hard work going to pay off? Well, yes, it is. Okay. I'm sure most people have doubts when they're trying to start something, when they're trying to, change their life. Okay. But remember this card here, hard times are over. Okay. So just keep that in mind if you ever have self-doubts. Okay. It's not going to be forever. You're going to move past any difficulties. So we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because, especially because it's below the rebirth card. So remember I said, at least I think I said, that something triggered you to take a chance on something, you to pursue something that's in your heart. And that's what I'm seeing here with the Five of Cups. Something happened where it seems like you lost something. Something happened where there was a feeling of like something's no longer working. Something fell apart. But what I'm seeing here, this is so powerful. Okay, what I'm seeing here is whatever fell apart was actually holding you back from pursuing what is truly in your heart, okay? Because look here, so these two cups that are overturned, they're actually within this net that this person is holding on to. And then look at the three cups that they have something in them. You can see, I don't know if you can actually see it, but there's like stuff coming out, like steam or something like that coming out of these cups. So full to the brim, there's excitement, there's abundance in these three cups here. And you used to be in this net with these two cups, but something happened to overturn these cups, which was the trigger that I talked about with the rebirth card and the judgment here, that triggered you to start doing this soul searching because you no longer have this thing. So you said, okay, well, now's the perfect opportunity, the perfect time to take this chance that I've always wanted to take, okay? So you looked at things differently. Instead of looking at something like, oh no, my life is falling apart, you looked at something and said, no, my life is now coming together because this thing fell out of my life, okay? And some of you aren't there yet. Some of you are still here in the Five of Cups where you're still focused on what you perceive as a loss. And Spirit, someone here is trying to get your attention in that case and say, no, don't look at it that way. This is an amazing opportunity for you to find that abundance that you've always wanted in your life, that abundance that you've always known you deserve. The Ace of Wands, yeah. Do you see the progression here? What I was just saying was something falling out of your life, giving you the opportunity to move forward with a passion, to move forward with something that you've always wanted to pursue. That's what we have here with the Ace of Wands. Taking a perceived loss and turning it around and saying, no, this is actually an opportunity to take a different road. And for some of you, it's the road less traveled, where other people would look at you and be like, what are you doing? That's crazy. And you're like, well, I'm going to make changes in my life. This is the perfect opportunity. I'm going to do it. You've been divinely guided. Look at this. The Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, the King of Wands. This is something in your heart. This is something you're so passionate about. And what Spirit is telling me is that you would be crazy not to pursue this with this energy that we're feeling here, okay? The Three of Swords, yeah. See, something happened to trigger this. Something that would, for other people, and maybe even you for a certain amount of time, it took you down for a minute. It was so jarring, okay? It shook you to your core. And you were like, what just happened? Okay, something that was very, very upsetting here shook you to your core. But the thing is, it shook you so much that it caused this rebirth. It's kind of like, wait, what just happened? What? How did I get there? Like, why did this thing happen like this? And I feel it hurt you deeply, deeply, deeply. Look at this. It made you want to scream. It made you want to cry. It made you want to, some of you, it made you so angry. Some of you, it hurt you so much deep into your soul, but it triggered this soul searching. And then it's like you woke up, you had this phoenix rising from the ashes moment, and it gave you this fire in your, like what do they say, the fire in the belly, where it like woke something up inside you and you had to pursue it. It's like there's like almost like obsessive thoughts is what I'm feeling like, because you didn't have this thing anymore that kind of fell away from your life, and then you kind of turned all that pain toward this passion that you have, and then it's like you were so called to pursue this that you couldn't think about anything else. And then we have the King of Cups. Yeah, this is what I've been saying. So your hard work is paying off first and foremost with emotional happiness, abundance, feeling safe, feeling happy, feeling proud of where you are. Feeling like, wow, I did that. Look at what I accomplished. Okay. And this abundance, it's something that no one, like no person, place, or thing could ever take this away from you. Ever. Okay. Like this was taken away from you here, that will not be happening again because of the spiritual growth that you have. It's like this great big spiritual awakening that's happening here, and no one can take that away from you. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. So you're pursuing something that's in your heart. You are going after your dreams. With this Eight of Pentacles, I would not be surprised if pile number 3, you are changing your career, you're turning a passion, a hobby into a career, you are starting a business, you found that perfect job you always wanted. For some of you, maybe you learned a new skill and then you went after this job and you happened to be in the right place at the right time and you found your dream job, your dream employer, everything falling into place. And then what happens after that? The money follows. Okay. Yeah. So another thing I'm seeing here, how your hard work is paying off, and the Eight of Pentacles is a hard work card. This shows you that you've been working very, very hard. You're perfecting whatever it is that you've been working toward, what you've been working on. Things are coming together. You're getting recognition. You're, getting more clients, more offers, whatever it is that you're doing. More opportunities to continue doing what you love to do. There's so much abundance with your card. In finances, okay, specifically about finances. So I feel that, let's say you started your own business or something like that, or even if you started, if you got your foot in the door with your dream employer or a dream career, and you kind of started at the bottom and you have to work your way up. So if that's the case, I see promotions, I see raises coming in, I see this slow but steady progression of money coming in. And then if you started your own business or something like that, I see it starting out a little slow, but slowly but surely that money starts coming in, it starts increasing, and you will have financial abundance. Oh, wow. Okay. There's no doubt in my mind that this pile has pursued something that was in their heart, like a passion, some hobby, some gift that you have. Maybe you've always had this particular gift and you were thinking like, oh, well, how could I make money doing that? Well, you figured it out, okay? You figured it out. And I feel that something had to come to an end in order for you to get to this point. That's what we see here with rebirth, with judgment, with the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords. You had to let go of your old life in order to pursue this new abundant life. You had to put your fears aside. You had to put aside, things that other people were saying, like, well, that's crazy. Okay. You had to put all of that aside. You had to pack your bags and you had to take that leap of faith, and it pays off. You love every aspect of your life. Everything falls into place. There's so much abundance, so much growth, rebirth, strength, all of these things. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.